Okay, so we have looked at, in this professional finishing series of videos, we have looked at sizing, that T word, decreasing, and we chatted about picking up stitches along the neck. So the decreasing was where to pick up, where to blah blah blah, 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 blah. Good start. Most of you probably won't pick up on this bit. Start clicking in about now. So let's be professional. Let's be professional on our professional finishing. Yeah, so decrease one stitch in to make picking up stitches really nice and easy. And I'm going to show you some picking up stitches. Should I do that first? I was going to do the 3 needle cast off first. So in this video, I'm going to show you picking up stitches and the 3 needle cast off. Again, there's no sewing involved. We're still knitting. So we're still knitting our garments together to make it really nice and simple, really nice and easy, really nice and enjoyable. So yeah, we have to join our garments together, but just not yet. I mean, we will be joining them together, but with knitting, not sewing, because we're knitters. So picking up stitches. So just a little brief chat here. I'll do a close-up video, so you can just have this little ramble with me, and then you can go and have a look closer. So I've seen people pick up stitches in lots of different ways, and I hope I continue to, because that's the great thing about knitting, is that we all do things differently. And if that works for you, keep going. I don't want anyone to stop doing anything they find enjoyable. If you're loving it, it works for you, you love how it looks good, just keep doing it. If you're doing it and it's not enjoyable, or you don't like the way it looks, then I want to help you. Sometimes you might not like the way it looks, and it actually looks good, because sometimes we can be a bit self-critical. But yeah, so coming up, so now picking up stitches around the neck. Excuse me a minute. So, oh, that's touch that, sorry about that. I've just got this on a straight edge to show you. So here I've done a knit 2, purl 2, and then a bit of knitting, just to show you that this is what we're looking for. So this is why we decrease 1 stitch in. We are looking for 2 stitches at the edge of the row. So you've got this edge stitch, so we always knit this, we don't slip this one, we always knit it, knit or purl it, sorry. So obviously this is stocking stitch, so we knit it on the right side and purl it on the wrong side, and then we've got our next stitch here, and it's between these 2 stitches that we're going to pick up our stitch for a neck or whatever, armhole, and it's this bit here that we will be going into. So we don't want to go into this very edge stitch here, because if we did, it doesn't matter how good a knitter we are, this edge stitch is never as neat as if we came in here. And if we pull like this, if we do this all the way along, but if we pull here, we see we have lines. I say bars, but they're little lines here, and that's what we're looking for. These lines as a guide. We're not going to do anything with the lines, but use them as a guide. So I know some people interpret pick up and knit as in take something like this and knit into it with 2 knitting needles. No, we're going to use 1 knitting needle, or 1 side of a circular needle, because you can do that as well. And we are going to go, this is our guide, we're going to go in to there, so we're going to go through the knitting from the front to the back. And we use the knitting as the other needle, as it were. So this is going to be a bit tricky, but that's why I'm going to do a close-up one for you as well. So we put our needle and we go through, because I'm going to be knitting along like this, I'm starting at the top. So we go through, so we have our V there and our V there, so our stitch and our stitch, and we put the needle through the knitting. I then just loop this over the top, and I take the knitting and I pull it over that, so it's on there. Like I say, you can't see this, I'm chatting about it, but if you can't see this, then I will do a close-up video. It'll either be on soon or on already. So check my YouTube. So, and like and surprise, like and surprise my YouTube. I was trying to go all, you know, corporate or whatever they're branding and say like and subscribe to my YouTube, but like and surprise it. Yeah. So then there's your next bar. So with that bar is our guide. So we're going to go in. We're going to go in. So like I say, it is tricky to see. The bar is the next one. So we go into the next hole. The bar is a guide. It's a guide only. So that's the bar. We're using that as a guide. We want to go into this bit here. So we've got our bar. That's a guide. We're going into the hole. So we take the yarn into, or the needle into the hole, and then take the yarn around the needle and pull it through. Like I say, it's really tricky to show this on these things, so I will do a close-up. But if you do that and you're going along all the way, and you're knitting along all the way, and you're using that, you get a nice pick-up edge. So do you see you've got the V along here and a nice pick-up edge, so you have a nice smooth pick-up edge. So like I say, it's tricky to show you on a video like this, but I will do one close-up so you can see it. The other thing is, for some reason, for all the pickups I've done with all the tension, that you do 4 and then miss one. So you go into those where the bars are, do 4, miss 1, 4, miss 1, 4, miss 1. Again, if this is not making sense, then I'll show you what I mean on a close-up. And that 4, miss 1, 4, miss 1 on everything apart from garter stitch means that your pick-up edge for your row tension will be perfect for you. So if you ever picked up stitches, so say you had a pattern and it told you to pick up 10 along here or something like that, and you put a line in, or you started picking up and then you squeeze them all in at the end, you don't have to do that. You don't have to pin them or anything like that. You just do your 4, miss 1, 4, miss 1, then count and see how close you are to what the pattern says. So if the pattern is saying 10 and you've got 11 or 12, then the solution, there is many solutions. So if you are doing a garter stitch edge, you don't have to worry about it. If you're 1 or 2 stitches out and it's just a plain garter stitch edge, just knit it. If it's a repeat, so say like a rib repeat, like a 2x2 rib, so that's a repeat of 4, then we have to do a bit of maths and we have to do a little bit of a calculation, and there's different solutions to that. So in my professional finishing workshop we talk about the different solutions. So one of the solutions is, if you pick up an amount of stitches and it doesn't match your size, then you look on the pattern to see if there's the same amount that matches in another size that matches your amount, because this way of doing this will mean that the pickup stitches are perfect for your row tension. So it's not about the amount of stitches you pick up, because that knitter that picked it up for the pattern might have a different row tension. And that's the other thing, we worry about our stitch tension, but by doing this pickup knit, we don't have to worry so much about our row tension on my patterns. You might have to worry about row tension on patterns that use rows for measurements. I use measurements for measurements. Anyway, as always, there's so much to say, but I don't want to make these videos too long. So hopefully that's just a little chat now on how to pick up stitches.